STAKK Nation, welcome back to the channel.
Champions.
Today we're going to be talking about fiat. Fiat versus Bitcoin. As we know, fiat is a currency.
Not
that
the
is,
car.
Is a what?
Fiat, not the car.
Oh, yeah, fiat. Bro, I don't know if anybody. Yeah, fiat, the currency, not the car. Okay. Is the main means by which we exchange value today. Backed by the governing bodies, which are supposed to be legit, exactly, which are supposed to be legitimate, trustworthy, and of course, how would you say, upright,
Trump will say that.
democratic.
Trump will say that. Many stupid people running this government.
Stand by. We have one for that one. And here's what he would say.
We are led by very, very stupid people. Very, very stupid people.
That's fiat for you,
We
man.
cannot let it continue.
Shots fired. We cannot let it continue. Money that is backed by decree because we said so. But how can you trust money that is backed by people that are supposed to be trustworthy when we all agree that politicians are not honest people?
True.
That is insanity.
They got the bankers in your pocket.
Maybe you need to check into somewhere and have your brain checked if you think that it makes sense to be using money backed by people that you do not trust. Make that make sense. Don't get me wrong. We cannot all exit the system. I'm using the same money. But I also recognize that it is how we are moving in society right now. I was born into this. Most of us were all born into this.
Yeah, you thought it was normal.
The question is, why do we continue to participate in it when it is clearly showing that the math no longer makes sense? The credibility is no longer there. And even more so, we have an alternative solution that so far seems to have all the strong qualities of money.
It's working.
Dream money, if you want to call it that.
Future state money.
So the question then becomes, why is it that the elites do not want to embrace this immediately?
Hey, man, they don't want you to know.
You see, one of the things that has been brought up amongst many other things against Bitcoin is this idea that it's not scalable.
Yep.
But before even getting there, they tried, I think back in the day, there was an article that came out saying that all the energy used by all the energy Bitcoin is using is going to bring us essentially to death by 2021, was it?
Yeah, 2021. We're in 2023 now.
Look at that. Look at us right now.
We still live it.
Walking and breathing.
Yes, sir.
So we know that these people have no credibility. There is evidence.
Oh, sure. You know what just came out on Friday?
What is that?
The energy that AI is using has already surpassed
The energy that
that
Bitcoin is using. Okay. It's not that we do not know this, but no one has mentioned anything about this.
No, not at all. Because they control AI. They can't control Bitcoin.
But you see, most of society these days will not wake up to this madness and say, hey, what is going on here?
They ain't ready.
They're lazy. It's not that they're not ready. They are lazy beyond belief. I've said it. You guys can cancel me. Okay? While you're trying to cancel us, please also come back with evidence to say that what we're saying is not true.
Hey.
Because I cannot understand how you can be getting robbed and you don't do anything about it. That's laziness. More than beyond anything we can ever imagine.
As a matter of fact, the person robbing you is telling you that they're robbing you. And you're going back to them and saying, oh, by the way, I still have this safe right here. You can come and get access to it. The robber does not even know you had the safe. But now you're going to go give that robber access to that safe that they didn't even know about. Talk about digital IDs and CBDCs and crap.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on, people, wake up.
Listen, man, y'all behaving like you're still drinking breast milk out here, man. Listen, let me show you this.
Right from Forbes.
From Forbes of all
The
people.
elites.
These are the same people who have written articles claiming that Bitcoin is going downhill. I'm pretty sure there's been something from here saying Bitcoin is dead and so on and so forth.
Forbes for sure.
But one of the strongest ones which we're going to be talking about here is this idea of scalability. They claim that Bitcoin is not able to process transactions like the traditional instruments that we have right now, be it Visa, MasterCard, so on and so forth. But we see Bitcoin's Lightning Network ripping out of the smoke, arising from the noise like a rocket. Bitcoin Lightning Network, what is it and how does it work, Double R?
Literally. It's a layer 2. I mean, layer 2 might sound too technical for a lot of people.
Yeah, let's not call it layer 2. Let's just, because I think once we say layer 2, people just, because at the same time, people go, what is layer 2?
That's layer 2, yeah.
Because it's like a Visa card, right? People don't know how the Visa card works, but it works.
But it works,
yeah.
You know what? That's a good synonymous explanation.
Yeah.
It's like instead of using your bank card or instead of going to the bank to withdraw cash, literally it's like swiping your card away. But instead of you swiping the card, it's just a software that allows you to still access your money or make transactions on the Bitcoin standard. Is that a simple explanation?
Well, somebody at Forbes magazine finally recognized this. And so they wrote this article saying the Lightning Network is improving global transactions. Let me read that back. It is improving it. It's not competing with the existing state of global transactions. That's because it is superior money we're talking about here. You can take it or leave it.
This ain't no competition.
The Lightning Network is improving global transactions, making Bitcoin more accessible and efficient, while transforming the lives of unbanked and those burdened by high fees in traditional financial systems. How is that possible?
I keep telling people that actually Bitcoin's success is also the dollar's success, because with Bitcoin Lightning Network, you can now distribute the dollar to corners around the world that it would have never reached, because you're actually buying it in dollars.
I'll not even say the dollar. I'll just say it's value.
The value, yeah.
Because it's never matter if it's a dollar
Yep.
or pesos or anything else like that. I think the biggest thing is who is transacting that is transferring that value, which Visa, MasterCard guys have inserted themselves in the middle, right? And now it was like, you settle in 5 business days.
Yep.
Or you need to show your ID and prove why you need to take your own money
Out of your bank.
which you work for. You see, the Lightning Network is instant settlement on a network that is not controlled by any one of these entities. You see, a lot of things are becoming obsolete through this manner of decentralization that our society is going through right now as a whole, actually. Let me explain what I mean by this. One of the areas of decentralization that we can point to is media. Okay? At this point in time, you can go on Twitter and you will find the news. You can go on maybe Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you'll find out what is happening anywhere around the world without CNN or Fox telling you. So the distribution of information, of news, is now decentralized. Because of this, let me add one more thing to that. Netflix, Disney Plus, so on and so forth, right? Or other streaming services. YouTube has a bunch of those. Have also decentralized entertainment. As a result, what are we seeing? Almost every box office release this year has been a flop. People are not interested in going to the movies to watch something that they can watch in their own house. Probably have their own entertainment system there. And they do not have to sit next to other people who are shitcoiners in the theaters. No, I kid. But we see that this decentralization of the media is causing the news channels to become more and more obsolete. Okay? Formula One is one of my favorite sports, right? In the 80s, 90s even, we needed the news to cover. We needed a broadcast entity to cover the racing.
Mm-hmm.
At this point in time, Formula One itself has its own broadcasting system. Right, you can watch the race on your own channel.
Yep.
Every team has its own media entity, if you will. They're all on YouTube, right? Giving you insights to the team like never before. Giving you straight details like never before. We have analysts. People were able to actually read and interpret the trace from the driving analysis on the driving data and speak about it with the people in a way that makes more sense.
That's not been cleaned or controlled by the media.
Exactly. This has left the journalists in Formula One in a place where they write bullshit articles that make no sense because they need to get the clicks to just drive traffic to their website so that they can sell ads. And so the question has started rising, what is the function of media, mainstream media anymore? They're not giving you any useful information.
Added value. It's just hype cycles
right?
now.
There's straight propaganda,
Yep.
manipulation to the max.
Mm-hmm.
This makes them obsolete.
Something applies here with money.
Same thing applies here with money, right? If you can use the Lightning Network to transact with anyone across the globe, then can someone explain to me what is the purpose of Visa, MasterCard, and so on and so forth when they are underperforming compared to the Lightning Network?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And the technicalities and the ease is even way better.
Yeah.
There's no limitation of, you can send over $500 or $5,000 in a day. There's no wait 3 days or 5 days. There's no transaction fees. There's no, by the way, you didn't have the money in the account, so you transferred it. Lightning Network, you don't have the money, you don't send it.
Yeah.
You can send it to anywhere in the world. There's no, there's this regulation against Iran or against somebody in Egypt, so you can't send money to Egypt. No, it's simple. I have family in Egypt. I want to send them money.
Right.
Send it through the Lightning Network. None of those global barriers that we have to deal with. And that's one of the challenges. Like Africa, for example, Nigeria, for example, adopting Bitcoin has become it's been the lowest cost of transaction.
Yeah.
The MoneyGram, you don't have to deal with that anymore.
You don't
the
have
money's
to.
there.
You really don't have to. As a matter of fact, I remember back in the days when I used to send money on MoneyGram, I had to leave and actually go to the MoneyGram store.
You know, burn gas, burn energy
yeah.
to go to the store. Hopefully the store is open.
Yeah.
And then pay what, $5, $7 just to send $100, $250.
Exactly.
I think Walmart is trying to bring it down to like $3 now or $5.
Yeah. Why are they stressing about it? Lightning is doing it for almost zero. So, listen, I want to read one last thing from this article here from Forbes before we close this one out. But before I do this, I want to point out something actually. Yesterday I went and got a haircut.
Yep.
I did not go to my usual barber that I went to because I was just like, well, I don't want to make that drive right now.
It looks good. I noticed that this morning.
I appreciate it, sir.
Fine boy, no pimples.
Look at me. We're about to test trap all these women out here. No, dude, I was about to say something. Let me stop. But here's the thing. I got this haircut. He said it was $40. I was like, cool, no problem. I can give you $40 or I can give you $60 in Bitcoin.
Whoa, you did that?
Yes. He said no. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. This should tell you how deep the problem is in our society. How do we get that person to recognize that I just offered you? You just told me that, hey, this costs $50, and I said I'll give you you said $40, and I said I'll give you $60 for it instead, and you said no.
What time yesterday did you go to the barber?
Let me see. This was when was this party? Where was the block party? It was right before I came back from the block party.
So like around 2:00.
Yes, around there.
Did you know that Bitcoin was at 26,900 at that time?
Oh damn! He would
And
have
between
made money instantly.
Bitcoin is at 27,200 right now. Literally, this dude could have taken the money and still, if it was dumb enough to exit
Yes.
and make more money.
Yes, that is happening. That is happening.
Like added value. Like you're not even saying that as well.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that happened. And the crazy thing is, right when I was asking him this, I was confident he was going to say no, and he said no. But I was like, you know what? I don't have to explain Bitcoin to you right now, so I have to be going back home. So it is what it is.
When I got my hair cut at the barber, way LA this year when I went for my father. I think that was July, right? For my father's 78th birthday party.
Yeah.
And I converted my barber to a Bitcoiner.
Right.
That guy literally went to put $300 out. Bitcoin was like 22,000 then. This
Yeah.
is like, Kenny, I want to put on.
So the other barber, the one I always go to, he's actually been giving me haircuts since Bitcoin was at 15K.
Oh wow.
He's actually been him. Oh, so where are you, man? What's going on? I was like, hey, bro, I've been just.
You coming
busy.
back
I
to
cannot
give me
just
some more
say-
Bitcoin?
Exactly. Oh, dude, actually, I just remember this. I'll add this to this story to make it more interesting. Not only did this guy say no, right? They could not accept. He was not using Cash App.
Are you serious?
And he was not using Zelle.
Are you
And-
serious?
Yes, and they do not have a swiper.
In 2023.
In 2023, right?
Oh, it's done.
Listen, this man trusted me. After giving me a haircut, he trusted me to leave the barbershop, go to an ATM and grab cash,
And come back.
and come back. After I offered him more money. Yeah. Listen, man. Let me just read this thing because this story is... The Lightning Network.
I think we need to do more of this. We need to do more Bitcoin Lightning Network stories.
I love this type of stories, man. I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Maybe one day I'll record myself offering someone more money instead of in Bitcoin, and then having them decline it, and we'll see what happens there. Just the same way we see people like crying about how much everything costs on TikTok these days. But I want to read this, and then we'll close this video out here. It says, "What is the Lightning Network?" Put this one in your brain, ladies and gentlemen. The Lightning Network offers near instant, low-cost transaction capabilities. It connects those who have been left in the shadows of traditional banking services in the global economy. In developing countries, this transformative technology holds immense importance. I remember when we started doing videos talking about how Bitcoin is going to be the gateway for Africa. For example, thousands of African Bitcoin users without internet access are still able to use their Lightning Network via a tool called Manchankura.
You know that now.
Manchankura. I said Manchankuranka. That was the original, but this is now Manchankura.
Yeah.
Machakuranka is actually a word that I've heard in my people's dialect. That's why I was thinking about that one. Yes, Machankura. Okay. I don't know about any bank that will allow you to send transactions when you're not even connected to the internet. I don't know of any bank that even acknowledges that Africa is a place.
As a matter of fact, the banks, the IMF and the BIS are telling Africans, oh, please run away from it because they want to continue to enslave you.
But these are the same people who say they want to have one world government, globalization, right? Then why are we not trying to? Because Bitcoin brings the whole world together.
Already.
Okay.
But they don't control it, so of course they don't want it.
Ladies and gentlemen, okay, if you have not yet, please do us this one favor here, okay? Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends, family, and of course, barbers. We are also on X as STAKK, and also on Spotify as STAKK. Until next time, praise and out.
The blow